There's three different ways you can handle this. Number one is how everybody handles it, okay? And by the way, this is how 90% of people handle it. And 90% of the 90% are liars. Did you follow up with the conference people? Yeah, I did, right? They maybe sent one blast email out. Nobody follows up on that stuff. It drives me crazy, okay? So that's number one. Just don't follow up and make it seem like you did or send a lazy email. Number two, okay, now you're separating yourself into the top tier, the 10%. You're actually going to reach out to them. The problem when that 10%, the real soldiers out there, is they go, hey, wanted to follow up with you. So, you know, you were on the webinar. They probably don't sound like that, but this is what the customer hears. Oh, commission breath, right? So you're on the webinar, wanted to touch base with you, check in with you, follow up with you, see if you had any questions, right? It's, you know, your general infantry, okay? I want you to be a Navy SEAL, right? This is how a Navy SEAL is going to follow up. Hey, Jamie, Matt Easton over here at XYZ. I wanted to reach out to you personally because I know you attended our webinar, and there is something going on that every vice president of HR is having to deal with right now. It's related to what we were talking about on the webinar there, but I wanted to give you a call personally and make sure you were aware of what's going on. I'm on my mobile, 720-660-3202. Now when they call you back, okay, here's what you have to realize. I'm not asking them if they had any questions on the webinar. I'm not asking them if they saw the webinar. I'm not confirming that they attended the webinar. Why? I don't want to know the answer to those questions, because when you ask questions like that, you're going to find that you're going to get honest answers. I had something else going. I had it on in the background. I didn't look. I was planning on looking at the recording of it because I actually didn't attend. Right? And it's like now you just basically stepped on your own landmine and blew your deal up because, well, let me call you after I watch the recording of the webinar, right? So when you just say, hey, I know you were on the webinar, there is something going on that every HR director or every VP of XYZ is having to deal with. Hey, yeah, I wanted to give you a call back, but just, you know, full disclosure, I did not get a chance to watch. Doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. I just want to make sure that I'm not making it a prerequisite that they paid attention to that other meeting. And then I'm giving them the insight. Now, the insight should be related to what you were talking about, but not a product pitch, right? Like, let's say the product aggregates customer experience information down to the feature level. You could then have an insight tangentially related to that, is that a lot of companies right now, they're spending a ton of money on media and advertising. They think they know the key aspects of what the customer really wants, but they can't really definitively put their finger on it. And it's getting really, really expensive to run different campaigns through LinkedIn, Meta, and Google. How are you guys dealing with that? Right? And now you're knee deep in a solid conversation that is related to the webinar, but now it's more about you're pivoting and making it about their business.
Got it. Is
awesome.
there an email that would be just as good with that? You know, like
100%. 100%. And I'm going to Matt Easton the heck out of this email, and you're going to be like, whoa, because this is going to work for you as good as the Power Email worked. And you're going to be like, I can't believe it was this easy. And I'm going to be like, I know, right? The email is your name, and then it's called a pipe, because I got picked on social media because I was on a podcast. I called it a hard vertical bar. Boy, the internet went crazy on that one. It's called a pipe. Some nerd made that clear. But it's your name in that bar, and then your mobile, and then the word mobile. That's the subject line of the email. The body of the email is Mike, Bev, whoever it is, you and I are connected because you attended the webinar. I wanted to reach out to you personally because there is something going on that every blank is having to deal with. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of it. I'm on my mobile and then I'm repeating that. I'm not going into what it is. I'm not including any attachments. It is short, it is sweet, and it is easy to freaking read even with my terrible eyesight. They see the subject, they're like, Matt Easton, 720-660-3202, you know, and they'll call you back, right? And now you just go right into what we put to, gosh darn it, it's like if we were a basketball team, no offense, but we're taking like our shortest, and I don't know anything about basketball, so I'm probably going to make a fool out of myself. We're taking our shortest player and making them whoever Shaquille O'Neal was, the center, and it's like, that's not the email's job, right? Stop making the email try and get the rebounds. Make the email get the attention, right? The email is going to be sitting back there like Steph Curry throwing 3-pointers. That's all I need that email to do, is get your attention and call me back. And actually, the inverse is true with emails. The more information I give you in an email, the more problems it causes me. Why? Even when I'm right, we are having a conversation that I'm not a part of. This is the difference between sales and marketing. Marketing is one-way traffic, which means the traffic goes this direction. And we tend to write our emails, and if you ask ChatGPT or AI to write an email for you, it wasn't trained by the right people, and it's going to write you a marketing email. Marketing email is, I'm going to boom, 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 throw all this stuff at you, right? Here's what nobody talks about. Well, what happens then on the other side of that? You're either going to buy, or you're going to say not for me, or you're going to say not right now. What I want the email to do is spark your interest, get your attention, and call me. Because now I can give you the insight and I can say, how are you guys dealing with that over at Brandco?
You guys doing?
Right? And now you're having a damn good conversation. And your conversation then can bolt on a Matt Easton NAS, a net outcome statement. Hey, we're not dealing with that at Brandco. We don't have an issue with that. Customer experience, we're not doing anything with that right now. No problem. Hey, I will be here when you need to make sure that you're taking, that you understand all of your customers' data so you guys can grow ahead of schedule and under budget with those ad spends. Fair enough? And now they're like, oh, okay. And now they lead that and they're in another, I don't know if that's what you do or anything, I'm just making stuff up here, but now they're in a board meeting and they're like, dude, we don't have any more budget for marketing. There was this guy, Matt, I talked to. I think I've got a person we should talk to. But if I just sent them an email, they're not even going to open it because it's about something that they're not into. If I deliver an insight, even if they're not into it, and then leave them with a net outcome statement, I'll be here when that happens, you'll be shocked at how often it happens. And then I'm going to get a call, right? Like, this is where we have to take it down a notch in terms of what we're sending over to the client. The email's job is to create a phone call. The phone call's job is to deliver an insight and ask them how they're dealing with it, right? Like, there's two totally different things. One is a unidirectional, a one-way piece of traffic. The other way is a bidirectional. Bidirectional is sales. One directional is marketing. Marketing is not sales. Sales is not marketing.